Hello and welcome to our video. Thank you for taking the time to watch these couple of minutes as we present our force sensor kit. This is an unboxing, so we will go through the contents of the packaging and we will hook it up to show its plug and play capabilities. And then hopefully that will answer a lot of questions on if you would like to purchase it through us directly. So without further ado, let's go ahead and unwrap this nice little kit. And so what we have here in our force sensor kit, we are using our polymer nanocomposite material. You can read more about the kit on the back, but to be able to open the kit, what we have here is a magnetic clip right here. So just open that and the sensor kit opens nicely, and there we have a nice little description on our polymer nanocomposite material, how it can be used and explored with by using this kit. And inside this kit, as you open it up, you will see a quick start guide with a few steps to get you running. And if you're interested in the more detailed description, you can go ahead and pause the video and hopefully scan that QR code for more instructions. What you can also find are the same instructions on our website. By going through, showcasing what we have, let's go ahead and take everything out. This right here is the heart of the electronics. This is our impedance electronics readout unit. And so on one side you will see the USB and the I2C ports. And on the other side you will see on the left the pins that can be connected for the up to 5 sensors, and on the right over here we see the pins for the LED. And on the bottom side we also have a little cheat sheet telling you what exactly all of those are. And so also in the kit we have our LED display with 5 LEDs and also a min and a max button. And in a moment, I will show you how to use that. Going further into the kit, we also have, of course, a USB-C cable, 5 20-centimeter extension cables for some sensors, and also a USB stick that has the user manual and drivers on it. You may be asking yourself, where are the sensors? Well, the sensors are, of course, underneath this hatch, and so to be able to grab those, we remove this, and there are the 5 sensors underneath. And if we take those sensors, then we will be able to do our measurements with one or all of these 20mm force sensors. And so let's go ahead and display these up here, the contents of our kit, and then plug it up and show you exactly how we can use the kit. So let's go back to our electronics that we have here, and then we will plug in the LED strip up at the top right. You can see that is when it is properly mounted. And then we'll remove a extension cable. And then with our extension cable, we're able to plug in one of the sensors to one of the ports. I'm going to choose the very first port, which will then be used right there in the first channel. And then I will take one of our sensors and plug it into that cable, just like so. I'm not going to be using this USB cable. I'm going to be using one already connected to my laptop to provide power. You can use whatever power source you would like. You can use a cell phone, you can use a laptop, you can use any external drive, of course. And so what I'm going to do is plug it in right there, and as you heard that tone, the electronics is showing us that there is power being supplied to the electronics. And so the next thing we're going to do is, we've got our sensor already connected. We are going to hit the sensor connect button located right here. And then you heard that tone, which then confirms that there is a sensor connected in the right port. If I do not have a sensor connected and I hit that sensor connect, we hear another tone indicating that it is not put in correctly. And if, for example, we should connect the sensors in the wrong way, we also get a nice little tone indicating that that was incorrect. So we will put the sensor back in, press the button, and then at this point, with the sensor, you can see the LED is already wanting to provide some information. I can then press on the sensor and the LED will light up accordingly, showing that the sensor is already providing information in the amount of force being used. Now on our LED, what we have, I told you before, we have two buttons. The one at the bottom is the min, and the one at the top is the max. And this is a way that we can limit the input range just for this LED display temporarily until the power is taken from the electronics. But let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to hit the min, and then I'm going to put just a little bit of force on this sensor until about the first blue LED lights up. There we go. And then I'm going to hit the max. And so what I've done is I've told the electronics now, take everything in that limited range and use that. And so I don't have to press as much anymore to light up all of the LEDs, and that's a nice way to sort of do a temporary calibration for your application. And we have some demonstrators that we've been able to make with that function, which is a very nice thing to do. Now we're going to switch over to our laptop so we can showcase the same sensor being used in the serial output. So I'm going to take our external display that is attached and open the open source software that we often use with our electronics. There we go. So what we have installed, there was a link to this open source software found in the handbook for the electronics. And so this is a serial plot software. And once we open this at the top right, we can see the ports. So if we hit refresh, we have a COM5 Silicon Labs electronics connected to the computer, and that is correct. So we will then hit open, and we can see already the sensor signal as I play around with the sensor is being read by this serial logging material, or the serial logging software. And at the bottom left, you can see the values that are being sent over I2C. 10,000, 11,000, about 18,000 is somewhat of 150 newtons with this sensor, and we can measure reliably 1 gram up to 15 kilos with this configuration right here. So, if you have any questions about how to use the kit, how to set up the software, then you can gladly send us an email at info@nanosen.de. And you can also find all the documentation for this sensor kit on our website under the Force Sensor Kit as it is listed.